Today is another video game anniversary. I talked about an anniversary before with Chrono Trigger, and I have just played that like literally within the past few months. But today's game is EarthBound, a game that I didn't really play until about 5 years ago. Like many others, I only knew about it because of Ness and Smash Brothers, since at the time when it came out, it wasn't really that popular and the advertisement campaign was very bad. I was always aware of the game, but I never really looked into it, until I saw a video by of Clan of the Grey Wolf, who produces these videos called 16-Bit Gems. And in those videos, he goes in depth about the Mother franchise and EarthBound itself. And after watching that, I was very interested in playing, so I went ahead and played it, and it almost instantly became one of my favorites. I just love its quirkiness, its humor, its music, even its battle system. Even though the battle system is very simple, I just love the fact that when you go towards weaker enemies, you just immediately destroy them. Unfortunately, I don't have a physical copy of the game, but I do have the Virtual Console download, which I have been meaning to replay recently. I was going to replay it before doing this video, but I ran out of time before the anniversary hit. But if you haven't played EarthBound, then definitely download it on the Wii U Virtual Console, if you have a Wii U, that is. Because the Mother franchise really does need all the support it can get. And with Lucas coming into the Smash Brothers this summer, I'm hoping that that's going to be a big hit as well. I kinda like Mother 3 better than EarthBound, but EarthBound is still really good and one of my favorites. Which is why I was bummed that I wasn't able to get a Ness amiibo when I was getting Splatoon last Friday. There was only me and one other guy there, and they said they were going to have 2 Ness amiibo, but they only had 1. So I let the other guy have it. I mean, he was there first, so But EarthBound is a really incredible game with a very, very dedicated fan base. So much so that a fan game is almost about to be finished, and it looks very true to the Mother franchise. But Nintendo, especially Nintendo of America, tends to snub EarthBound and the Mother franchise for whatever reason. It's not quite as popular as other Nintendo properties, but still, it has a very, very dedicated fan base. And hopefully that fan base will expand with more people playing the game now that it is on the Virtual Console. And with people like me telling other people to go play it. If you have to play it on the emulator, do it, because the game is really worth it. It's not really a game meant for everybody, but if you get it, you get it. There's a very specific feeling to EarthBound, and I could never quite describe what it is. Yes, it's quirky and fun, but it's also very mysterious and sometimes dark. And it's unlike a lot of JRPGs at the time that were set in fantasy settings, in that this game was set in a contemporary setting in modern day. So I think that's why a lot of people at the time became really attached to it, and why people continue to become attached to it. To me, EarthBound will always be something really special. It's a bit more recognized today than it was in the past, but it still doesn't really hit that mark where everybody knows. It's not as well known as Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest or even Chrono Trigger. Most people who play video games today have heard of it, but have never really tried it out. So if you haven't tried it out, give it a go. If the first hour or so doesn't really grasp you, then maybe it's not your thing. But I still urge you to try it out, especially if you like RPGs that aren't really typical. So happy 20th anniversary to EarthBound coming out in North America. And if you've played EarthBound or are a fan of the Mother series, tell me down in the comments what your favorite thing about EarthBound is. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and better able to